Hi, you guys. So, just coming clean right here. Just wanted to let you know that being efficient has been a hard wrought skill for me. And here's why it's because I'm super creative. And I love being able to do all these creative projects that take time. And they're way more interesting than doing like household duties and that kind of thing. And so, what would happen to me is I would develop this great idea and work and work and work and hyper focus. And then everything else in my life just started to fall apart. Like, the food wouldn't be ready. We wouldn't have anything in the fridge. The clothes are all dirty. The house is a mess. People stop by and everything is just chaos, right? And that is good for the short term. It's not good for our life though, because it causes so much stress hormone, and that stress hormone lowers immune system, and then I end up sick, right? It's very frustrating. And so I knew that if I wanted to have a long, fulfilled, happy life, that I was able to do creative things and, be efficient with, that I would need to develop some new skills. And what I learned was that routines and strategy can actually help me to reach my creative dreams and help me to reach my business dreams. And so I learned how to avoid overwhelm using routines and strategy. And so, first of all, what are some of the obstacles that I have learned to overcome and that I'm still learning ways to overcome, right? First, and maybe you can relate to some of these, okay? So, do you ever think that certain tasks are going to take an hour, but they end up taking 5 hours or 3 hours, right? This happened to me a lot. Or I would develop a process to do something, and then I'd want to reinvent the wheel because I'd get bored and I'd want it to be more interesting, more creative. But the truth is, the job just needs to get done. It doesn't need to be done perfectly. It doesn't even have to be beautiful. It just needs to be done so I can move on to a different part of my life. So there's one, reinventing the wheel. Another one was that the household duties, I didn't even know clearly which ones I should do, which ones we wanted to do in our house. Like, I didn't have a real clear delineation. I just knew it should look good, it should be efficient, but I just didn't know exactly what that would mean for me and for my household. And then I would overbook because everything took longer than I thought it would. So if you can relate to these kinds of issues, I think you're going to be happy about this, because I developed this strategy planner idea, and it's actually helped to address all of these areas. So for those of you who really do have very full lives, you have a lot on your plate, and you want to be able to see some progress forward towards your dreams at the same time, I think you're going to enjoy this system. And this is a system that's completely flexible, and it's something that you can make your own. So it's a structure that you can put your own stuff on top of, so that you can just use it as a way to organize what it is you want to have completed, what it is you want with your life, what your mission is in life. And so let me show you some of the key features that I've noticed with it that have really helped me. And I'll show you a few ways that you can personalize it. And so maybe this will help you. So it's called the Strategy Planner. Let me do a little close up here. Okay, good. And when you get this, the first little booklet, you're going to have some flip up charts. And the flip up chart, I want to make sure you can see that. There. So this flip up chart is going to be for the quarter. So I can see 3 months in a row. I can see my top 3 dreams. And most important for me and my business with health, it's so important to me that I'm helping people reach their actual health goals. And so because I have so many projects going, I would often forget which people I was supposed to be helping, right? So now I have this right in front of me. I have 30 people that I focus on in a 3-month time period. And when I help them so well, they refer their people to me. And I just list them. And this way I never forget. And then I know whenever I'm doing my Shackley time, this is why I'm doing it. It's for these people. And then down here, we have the monthly view. And so what I do is for each month within that quarter, I'm going to pull names off this list and I'm going to list them down here and I'm going to start scheduling them for things. And that's important because it means I don't forget any of those people. They actually all get helped. One problem I used to do was people would refer and then I would forget who the referrals are. I'd hyper focus on 1 or 2 or maybe 3 of those referrals. And then I would end up like not helping the rest of the people because I'd just forget about them. And then because I was hyper focused on only a few, I might overwhelm them and I might not even be able to help them because they're overwhelmed. And instead, now I can see all of the people and it helps me to be motivated to spend the right amount of time with each client. Now I can actually help them all instead of only a few. And that has been really helpful. So that's the first part. And then the second part is this planner booklet that I put right alongside it. And here I have the weekly and the daily. And what I love about this is whenever I have this one open, the weekly and the daily, I can actually still see my people. And I can see the month overview. So I just go ahead and put the people right on here. And what I did in here is, let me show you on a clean one. There's a lot of white open space. The blue spaces are the things that our team has scheduled. So those are our presenting times, which help me visually when I'm scheduling. I can easily see when I could meet with clients on here, which is helpful. And a few other things that I did here is up with the home duties, and this is that thing that we would take you through. On the home duties, we actually have, I'm going to try to make this really close so you can see it. We actually have a way that you can identify your top, 5, 6 things that you want to do every day. And if those things are done, then your house runs better. And then I even wrote down a few things for the week and then for the month and the year. So, because I just kept forgetting like the stuff. And so now I have it right on here and I can just put a little check mark when I finish it. And that really helps me. So that is great. And we will take you right through so you pick your own stuff. And then another thing that I did, so I've had this problem where when I have tasks, I'll be working on something and then get interrupted and then come back a couple hours later and then say I have 15 minutes that I can get some work done. Well, it might take me half that time just trying to figure out where I was in the process, how to start back up. So I waste a bunch of time. So I decided to figure out what tasks need to get done in Shackley so that my business can keep maintaining and growing. And there are only like 8 or 9 in a whole week. It's not a lot. And actually of those 8 or 9, some of them are only need to be done once a month. So I actually figured out what they were. And then I wrote the steps for each one. And then I put them on these little stickers. And in the back of the book here, I had the stickers. So here they are for a week. And here's another week. And I love it because now when I get a job started, I can just cross off where I'm at. And then when I come back, I can just pick right up and I know exactly where to start and I don't waste all that time. The other thing I love about the stickers is that, people are different in how they like to arrange their day. I don't always like to put things on a particular time. Like I don't want to have to say, at 3:00 I'm doing this particular thing. I like it to be more flexible. And so what I do instead is I take those weekly stickers and then I come up with an optimal schedule. I know that I want to get most of my Shackley work done on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. So then I can leave the other days for my other stuff in life. And I just put two of the stickers on Monday, 3 on Tuesday, and 3 on Thursday. And anytime throughout that day, I can just check off when I get it done. And I love that. It's so great for me. And then some people like to put them on specific times that they're going to get them done. And that works great for that detail also. So you can play around with it and figure out when you want to do each thing. And and make it work for you. And then the final thing I have on here is on the top, I have a daily routine, and I just list what it is. And really, this daily routine takes me about 15 minutes to do, and 30 minutes on some days if it's a little more involved. But the reason I put this on here is because I need to make sure that I am doing my follow-up, that I am replying on comments on social media, and I am doing the inviting and posting. And so that's what that is up on the top. And so, and on our team, I would just take you right through like how to do each of those things, because some people have felt overwhelmed when, if they look at it and they're like, gosh, I don't know how to do that task, right? So now we can just practice the task together and figure out like what parts of it, how you want to do it, what you want yours to look like. And really I can just walk you right through, and then you can end up with your own really nice way of doing each of the things. So yeah, those are some of the things that I've done here. So I hope that this really helps you. It's just been revolutionary for me. It's allowed me to have much more balance in my life, and it's allowed me to actually like accomplish things and feel good about it. Some of the things in our business, we're not going to see the results right away. Like there might be 10 steps that we do that are small over the course of a few weeks, and then later you see the result. And it's hard then to stay motivated if at the end of every day we feel like, oh, there wasn't any big result. This process allows us to give ourselves credit for the small steps, because it's the small steps that will bring the result. And so we can acknowledge, yes, I've done the hard work, I did it, good job. And then we can rest well at night and feel really proud of ourselves instead of beating ourselves up all the time saying, oh, but I didn't do this and I didn't do that. Well, guess what? Maybe those things shouldn't be on our to-do list. Anyways, maybe some of those things are things that other people wanted us to do. Our calendar should reflect what we feel called to do, what we as our family want done. And this process allows you to reclaim those things and reclaim your boundaries and choose how you want to live your life. And you can do it in such a purposeful way that is effective, and it will be unique to you. And you can put your unique things right on this structure. So I wish you the very best. I know that you can do it. Have fun.